Well, welcome to me channel. Now, this is going to be a ranty one, so fair warning, not much action-packed stuff happens here, no electronic stuff. I'm going to scratch my mustache a lot. Anyway, this video is called Why the Hate. Now, let's give you a bit of backstory here. This YouTube channel, I started a couple of years back purely to leave a legacy. Now, you might ask, why do I need to leave a legacy? Well, I have multiple sclerosis, and I have an older daughter, which I have alluded to several times on this channel. Originally, the idea behind this channel was for me to leave a bit of a legacy and be a bit of a way to keep in touch with my oldest daughter. Now, that's kind of gone arse up. Some of that's my fault, some of that I would put the blame on my ex-partner. My daughter would debate a lot of this, but at this point, you know, there's no looking past it. I can't really speak as to why that is. I'm not going to make this all public, but yeah, safest to say that kind of hurt, and it takes two to tango. That's all I'll say on that topic. But that hasn't really gone to plan. My youngest daughter as well, she's taken an incredible interest in this, and I call her my apprentice, and so she definitely wants to see and be involved in how all these things happen. So I'm definitely getting her more involved in that. Now, a bit more backstory. I don't make money from this channel, therefore I don't really give a crap what people think. I'm not doing this like many other YouTube channels are. Most of these YouTube viewers have got in this whole sense of entitlement where they think I'm bidding for their subscription or bidding for their likes. I'm not. I couldn't care less. I'm exploiting the YouTube platform so that I can upload my videos and keep them stored somewhere. I'm still buying drives to back up all this video, but it's just a bit of a side effect that I'm making them public so everybody else can see. Fun fact, I've had a YouTube channel since about 2004, and I actually had quite a considerable number of subscribers on that channel, and I let it go by the wayside because early YouTube was full of haters and full of trolls. It still is, but to a much lesser degree. Facebook, on the other hand, it's crazy. You can't fart anywhere near Facebook without getting insulted. So yeah, here's the other aspect to this. My apprentice is diagnosed autistic. I'm undiagnosed, but you can back it in. I'm somewhere on the autistic spectrum, somewhere about where Asperger's syndrome is. And that means that one of the aspects of that, in particular my manifestation of that, is that I don't really understand how people work. Everything I know about how people work, I've had to learn. I have to learn through observation and testing. And I see people, humans, as gigantic risk factors. It's just, in my view, humans randomly flip their shit for no apparent reason. So, yeah, it's been a really hard thing for me over time to learn to let some of that hate go. And I don't understand why people thumb down some of the videos they do. I know everybody gets it, but why? You know, or people come in and it seems like they just come here just to complain and bitch about a video. There are literally billions of videos on YouTube. If you don't like it, move on. No love lost. I'm not doing it for the likes and the views. I probably will monetize my video when I hit 1,000 subscribers, and the only single reason for that is that YouTube has announced they're going to monetize every single video regardless of whether I get a cut of it or not. They're going to put ads on everything. I won't have a choice to keep my channel ad free anymore. So logically I should probably get a cut of that, but even then I'm not going to be relying on this income. I don't care. I've got my income from other means. I don't give a crap if people don't like my videos. But why some people rant the way they do, I can admit I've been guilty of being interpreted as a troll before. A lot of the time I go in and I spot a logical problem or a bit of hypocrisy, and sometimes I inadvertently will call that out. I'm not trying to be a dick or a troll. I don't see, I see a logic problem and go, hey dude, you know there's a problem with this. People interpret that as an attack. Maybe that's a bit of what's happening with me. But there are some things that are outright attacks, like the guy really early in the piece that got involved. He's a big an Amiga authority, apparently. And he just ripped me to shreds because I was doing anything inside an Amiga 2000 that wasn't strictly the way he would do it. And he got really butthurt, and he left some pretty nasty comments right in the formative stages of this channel. So that's why you don't see any Amiga 2000 videos, because I basically, because of coronavirus, I haven't been able to yet, but I'm going to take it out the bush and I'm literally going to shoot it. And he actually saw the video where I announced that and had no memory of trolling me. He's obviously got a saved search where any Amiga referenced video comes up. And so he saw the next video go, why don't you donate it to somebody to give it to a good home? Well, sorry, I'd rather his behaviour contribute to the demise of an Amiga 2000 that's in good condition with many hard to find accessories that go with it, and probably 1,000 880K floppies. I even started a Kickstarter, not a Kickstarter, a Patreon account, just so that he'd have to pay to see the response video to that. Now, if you do want to see the response video and all these ones, leave a comment and ask me, and I'll send you the links to those videos so that you can see what I'm on about. There is the Patreon only video I'm happy to share in the comments to this one, if you ask, that will explain the rest of it. But I'll tell you now, somewhere around April is when I'm going to finish that Amiga off, provided we're not locked down. But anyway, I don't understand why he couldn't give a constructive comment. I got another one the other day that somebody's like, they watched me said basically, please don't post radio repair videos. Well, that's great, but then he went and he said, I had several useful suggestions, but at the end of it, it's just embarrassing. Well, you got to remember, I'm not an expert radio repair. I may have worked for a communications company and actually repaired radios in the past, but maybe this repair wasn't complicated enough for him. It ended up coming down to just having to put an earth wire back on the socket. They'd shared the grounds for the different boards in the radio on that socket, and they did clean it right up. It was hard to demonstrate on video, but apparently that wasn't to his satisfaction, and he decided to call me basically a poor excuse for a human being, or at least implied that. I don't understand why some of you have to do that. I really don't. I don't get it. I'm trying to be as logical, and here's the other thing too. I don't gloss this channel over. I don't cut out all my mistakes. A lot of these professionals make lots of mistakes too, and they get confused, or they haven't seen things, or they research it off camera. I do a lot of that too, but I leave all of that crap in. I don't have the energy to cut it out, and to be honest, besides, I'm human, and I don't need the popularity. In fact, the popularity for me and being viral actually sounds like a pretty bloody bad thing, because in my view, humans as a whole, as a species, are dicks. That's why I don't play multiplayer games, why I never got into World of Warcraft. I stopped at Frozen Throne. I played a lot of LAN parties went to a lot of LAN parties in my younger years. And one of my good mates, who's actually a subscriber to this channel, I caught him out exploiting a bug in Command & Conquer Red Alert, where he could sell a building and very quickly click on it again, and it would keep the building, and you'd still get 2 units out of that. I caught him exploiting that bug, and basically I figured at that point I wasn't playing a fair game. And that was a pretty pivotal moment. I decided after that playing against other humans, they weren't going to play fair. And so I pretty much geez, that would have been way back in the early 2000s. I haven't had interest in playing a game against other humans ever since. I've tried a few times, but the same kind of stuff happens. You know, and I like single player games because I can cheat. I can play with the games. I can, it's basically me against the programming. I quite enjoy that. Like, Red Alert's still my favorite game because it's got a rules.ini file. You can screw with everything. You can make V2 launchers that launch flying dogs that words explode into nukes. I think it's fun. And nobody gets butthurt, and nobody flips their shit for no apparent reason in my brain, because there's no humans involved. I thoroughly enjoy that, and part of why I'm out here right now, I'm taking a few days off because people wear me down over time. I just get exhausted, and it's sometimes why you'll see on this channel there'll be nothing for a few days. Of late, I'm producing a whole bunch of shorts, and I'm scheduling them so you get a short each day. Basically just trying to push me till I get up to the 1,000 subscriber limit. After that, I'm just going to let things simmer along however it does. My good buddy Tinkerman Mick, we both sort of started our channels at the same time. These channels anyway. And he, last I checked, he was at about 80,000 subscribers. He's trying to make a business out of it. He's trying to make a money. He's playing to the crowds, and he has a much higher emotional quotient than I do. He understands people so much better. And I bounce off him a lot. He's working the numbers. In fact, he's actually my YouTube manager. He has access to my account. So every now and then he'll get in and he'll tweak a few of my videos and stuff, and I'll go from 10 views to 1,000 views in a matter of hours. Like he works magic, but that's a scary thing for me. With more subscribers comes more potential trolls and more people, and it's bloody exhausting. So I'm going to sum this video up and just go, look, I don't understand what the hate is all about, guys. If you don't like my videos, just move on. Unsubscribe, block, I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm doing these videos for me, and I'm being me on the videos, mistakes and imperfections and all. So just do what you want. Just, if you troll me though, I'm going to block you, because I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. I've had too many other things happen. I've had people die all over the place. I've had stresses and disasters and near misses. I don't have the emotional energy to deal with petty trolling. I'm just going to block yous. I'm not even going to bother reading it. If your comment gets automatically held for review, I'm not going to see it. I might check through that once every couple of months, and I'm usually pretty distraught by the time I'm finished with that. So yeah, if his comment doesn't come up, don't stress. It's not because I hate you, but if my channel disappears off your radar, maybe you did something that upset me. So anyway, I'm going to finish my rant right about the 13-minute mark. I hope some of you guys can relate to this. It's not a personal attack. It's just I don't understand humans. I really don't. I understand logic and computers, and that's why I do what I do. I fix things. I like machines of all kinds, all shapes and sizes. I don't discriminate. It can be a diesel engine or it can be a microcontroller. I love it all. So that's what I'm doing. I'm ticking my bucket list off before MS takes my legs and my eyes, which I've had a couple of close calls with. And so yeah, I just want to be happy. That's all I'm doing. And sometimes I guess that upsets people. See you later, guys. Stay safe.